How to cure varicose veins naturally. As my dear friends of YouTuber are in this opportunity, we will talk about the annoying variations in men and women. Varicose veins are a problem of blood vessels, in this case of veins located in the legs and affecting mainly women, but also men. The veins increase in diameter, expand, and become tortuous. They make the shape of the letter that, being visible on the skin and giving rise to a problem both aesthetic and pathological. Since the symptoms that accompany the varicose veins are the heaviness of legs, tiredness, the sensation of swelling, feeling of heat or burning in the lower limbs, pain, and even night cramps. If it is not solved and progresses, it can produce spots on the skin similar to bruises, the so-called and famous spider veins, or even reach ulcers in extreme cases. Anyway, and despite this dilation, varicose veins do not necessarily have to be accompanied by a circulation problem. Of course, these cases can occur, but not necessarily both problems go hand in hand. Veins are vessels that return blood to the heart and not vice versa, because arteries do this. The circulatory problems are usually due to the arteries thanks to the famous arteriosclerosis. Accumulation of fat inside a blood vessel, being able to cover it, but not due to veins. Since these are more elastic and do not suffer this process. The cause of varicose veins is currently not known for sure, but there are several theories. Family theory, genetics and inheritance, briefly. That is, if a family member is affected by varicose veins, it is most likely to have them as well. Hemodynamic theory, it would be the failure of the venous valves of the legs to circulate the blood upwards, giving place to a sanguineous accumulation that would end up dilating the veins because they would not be able to expel that blood towards the heart. Theory of the venous wall, the varicose veins would appear due to a defect in the wall of the veins, which would be weaker than normal, and the pressure of the blood would be able to dilate them more easily. Theory of the arteriovenous shunt, a shunt is a communication, in this case between an artery and a vein. The theory tells us that by communicating both, and the artery having more pressure, the vein could not withstand the pressure of the artery and eventually dilating. About 15% of the population suffers from varicose veins. To avoid its appearance or its complications, avoid overweight, constipation and foods that contain salt, fat, spiciness. Then we must stop eating foods rich in sodium. It causes fluid retention, which increases the volume of blood and facilitates the swelling of the legs and the appearance of edema. Let's see what these foods are: common salt, preserves, potato chips and the like. Envelope soups, sauces, olives, pickles, bread, pastries, biscuits, sausages, pates, cured cheeses, salted or smoked meats and fish, pre-cooked foods, and saturated fats. Why do triglycerides and cholesterol levels increase in the blood, which makes it thicker, making venous return difficult? What you should also avoid are spicy foods and strong foods. Spicy foods produce a dilation of the veins, so it is better to limit their consumption. Alcohol, coffee, tobacco, and chocolate also produce a dilation in the veins. So what we should consume is the following as indicated. The fiber retains water. What makes the stools more voluminous and soft and favors the evacuation? They contain fiber foods such as fresh fruits, plums, grapes, raisins, guindons, dried apricots, almonds, pecans, chestnuts. Indian these consume if possible every day. Legumes, vegetables, whole grains, wheat bran. Water. It is necessary to increase the fluidity of the blood, eliminate waste and, especially, along with fiber, to increase the volume of stool. They should be taken between 1.5 liters to 2 liters of water daily. Antioxidants have a protective effect against free radicals, which are substances responsible for aging and degradation of the walls of arteries and veins. Its anti-inflammatory and vasoconstrictive action helps to keep blood vessels in good condition. They contain antioxidants such as olive oil, blackberries, strawberries, raspberries, blueberries, and grapes. In addition to a good diet, we will give you plasters to apply to your legs. Aloe benefits both the health of the skin and blood circulation. Its topical use has been used because it has astringent and moisture-rising properties. That, after being absorbed, controls the formation of varicose veins. How you should use it. Take the amount of aloe vera that you consider necessary and rub it on the affected areas with gentle circular massages. And with a gentle pressure drag your nanas with aloe vera for your legs from the bottom up. Let the liquid absorb into the skin and rinse it the next day. Repeat its use every night, until you notice an improvement. Green clay. A paste made with green clay is used to control the inflammation and the feeling of heaviness in the legs. This ingredient has compounds with anti-inflammatory, astringent, and soothing properties that significantly reduce the inflammation of the veins. How we use it. Moisten a little green clay with warm water until you get a consistent paste. Then, rub it over the affected parts. Let it dry well for 30 minutes and rinse with warm water. Repeat its use at least 3 times a week. Rest of coffee. The remains of coffee that are usually discarded after preparing the drink have interesting properties that can be used. For example, its anti-inflammatory and stimulant action promotes good blood circulation and decreases dilated veins. Its regular application eliminates dead skin cells, improves the elasticity of the veins and prevents premature aging. How we use it. Moisten the remains of coffee with water or olive oil and rub over the desired areas with gentle circular massages. Wait for 15 minutes to act and rinse. Use it 2 or 3 times a week. Good dear friends, I hope this information is very useful for you. If you like, do not stop giving it, but above all, share it with the people who need it and subscribe to my channel. I sincerely hope you have a spectacular weekend with your family and loved ones.